everybody! I wanted to make you a quick video about revision because I know that revision is really hard for a lot of people. You don't want to do it, it feels like it takes a lot of time, and sometimes you just don't know what to do. So this is one way to work on revision. First, I just want to let you know you are going to have to revise. College writing is hard, and you're not going to be able to write your essays the night before they're due and then fix a few things and turn them in. That's not how college writing works. You're going to have to, when you revise, really rethink what you're saying and build out your essays a lot more. So first, I just want to remind you of what a paragraph should have. If you remember our sample body paragraph, a paragraph should have an idea, a quote, and a discussion of those two things together. Let me see if I can remember how to spell discussion. Yeah. Now, that's like a general framework for a paragraph, but maybe not every paragraph is going to be exactly like that. But in general, you want to be saying something and then have a quote and a discussion about that things. So here's a paragraph that I wrote, and really, step one, it's a mess. What I did was I took a quote from Johnson, which I did based on like the annotating and stuff that I had did, and I took a quote from Hunter, and I just want to show you something about getting a quote from Hunter. So here's Amy Hunter's video, and her video can be hard to follow. It's not always easy. So one thing that can really help you with understanding the video and getting quotes from it is turning on closed captioning right here. That'll put the words right underneath her image, which makes it much easier. And also if you watch the video and then just as you're watching it, write down like important things that you see and then the time that you see them, that makes it much easier to work with this as a text. If you just watch the video and then you're like, I have to go back and find quotes, then it's really hard. You have to like watch and read. It's very difficult. So watch the video, take notes, and when you write down something that you think is important, write down the time that that thing comes up. Okay, so here we are back at our paragraph that's a mess. And the first thing that I want you to do with this paragraph is read it. So I'm going to ask you to pause the video and read the paragraph. Here, maybe I'll play some background music. Hang on. So I don't know if you guys can hear the background music. It's good to have music to help you focus. All right, go read. Okay, so by now you should have read this paragraph, and I'm going to show you what I did. So I wrote it, and then I left it alone for a while, and then I came back, and step two, I highlighted some of the important ideas. And I was like pretty careful about what I highlighted, pretty careful not to highlight too much, and really careful to keep in mind what the topic of the essay was. So the essay is who gets to be lucky. So I focused on luck, and then I focused on something that fit with the quote. And then I saw this other idea. The idea of privilege can also make people feel very separated or even guilty. That seems like it fits with everything too. So I highlighted that stuff. And then the next thing I did, and see, like I didn't highlight very much. Let me highlight a little. So the next thing I did was I get to step three, which is where you start doing a lot of the really hard work of revision. I'm cutting stuff and building stuff. So first thing I did was I just separated the three things that I highlighted into three different areas on my page. And then I got rid of some stuff. Like I had stuff that was just there because I needed it to get my brain going, and I cut some of that out. So now I have like 3 paragraphs that I could start building on. So this paragraph, I think, is in some ways already pretty solid, and it's related to this idea of luck, which is what the whole essay topic is about. This is clearly too short. I need to do more with this paragraph. So what I'm going to do to build it is I'm going to go back to this idea of luck, and I'm going to try and relate this idea of the game or the rules to luck, right? So I might put something like, some people, if I could type it right, have more luck in this game, right? So you can see like developing an idea. The people who get lucky in the game, making typos again, the game are usually, and I'm going to let you finish that thought because I bet you can. So there I'm like answering the assignment question directly. Here, this next paragraph, I might want to do the same kind of thing. I took out a little story about my son because I'm a mom and I could talk about my son all day, and maybe it doesn't need to be in my essay. It helped me think, but maybe it doesn't need to be in the finished version. And what I'm going to want to come back to here is maybe bring it back around again to that idea of what it means to be lucky, who gets to be lucky. I might say something like, my son is definitely lucky, but I can still relate to other people. That's not beautiful. That's not really well said, but I'm trying to connect back to my thesis, back to the topic of the essay. So I hope that's helpful to you. Please let me know if you have any questions, and we're going to talk about this in class, and I hope this essay goes well. I'm really looking forward to reading what you have to say.